Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Varun, and this is the Varun Kapur Show. Uh, Today, I have a privilege actually to know a lot more about a country, a place I really have been waiting to visit, place I would really, really love to maybe, not just visit, but to stay and spend my life there as well. A country that has been mentioned by many bloggers, YouTubers, even personalities like movie stars and whatnot, as one of the safest places in the entire world. Yes, I'm talking about Dubai. And the guest today is someone who's just arrived from Dubai, someone who is ready to sell Dubai to all of us, including me. I have my guest, Shalak Matre from Dubai. He works with a real estate company called Nestwood Realty. We'll know more why he's here, what's he up to. But before that, like always, please make sure if you like this particular podcast, you subscribe and you share it with someone who might get inspired or for this particular podcast might get inspired to buy a property in Dubai. So, with that, let me welcome my guest. Hello, Shalak. How are you?
Hi, Varun. It's great. We connected and I'm here. Means a lot.
Thank you. Thank you for coming, actually, because I know you're here for a particular, what should I say, a trip or a mission. And this mission, I really am very, very excited to know more about because I am also a real estate agent. I have seen how the industry is shaping up, but I love to know more. But before we deep dive into all that, tell me a little bit more. Tell all the listeners a little bit more about yourself, what you do, who you are, and what's your mission.
Perfect. So, Varun, I'm basically born and raised as Indian, obviously. I'm an architect by profession. Worked in Mumbai for almost like close to 8 years. Dealt with redevelopment projects there. Been into metro infrastructure and everything. Worked with a film brand called as Inox, cinema brand called as Inox,
Nice.
and I've been into an active role in designing Inox cinemas all over the globe in India specifically. So yeah, it started with that. Moved to Dubai, had a vision of real estate, came to know about Dubai in general. It was more of a knowledge. 2 days shifted from Mumbai to Dubai, couldn't figure out what to do. 2 days figured it out, nothing worked out. Third day, I was into a real estate company.
Okay.
I was like, before getting into, deep down into my real estate, my expertise field, I was like, let's give this a try. You'll have an overview of entire what this country is, what the city is. Got an insight. Joined the company called as Nestwood Realty, which is here right now. We started small, but right now I guess we are a team of 100, 220 people in state. Two office and business bay downtown. One office back in Poland and the European counterparts. We have good brand ambassadors in place. So we started small, but right now we are like maybe top 10, top 15 of the real estate companies in Dubai.
Very nice, very nice. That's a on a lighter note. Just wanted to check. You're not related to Bhiku Matre in any way, right?
That's what, like, whenever I tell my name, yeah, it's Biku Matre comes in.
Okay. I tried to just have an icebreaker here. Anyway, so, like I mentioned, thanks for that introduction. You mentioned about, your journey through this and how you're getting into or you got into the real estate. Uh, I'm a real estate agent here as well, and I've seen, the shift here. But I would love to know more about Dubai since you're here to represent Dubai. How do you see the real estate market of Dubai at this point of time?
Varun, I would tell you honestly, like, be it any situation, okay? Last 2, 3 months, it would have been tough for real estate market, I would say. But in terms of numbers, yeah, maybe 20-30 correction, 20-30% low on sales. Yes, we are, because our sales was down in general. But honestly speaking, it was down, and it was a market correction that was pending from last 4 or 5 years. But if I tell you honestly, there's only 15 or 20% market correction that has happened. Most of them had happened because of just over ambitious people who bought entire building or entire series of one property, like all 3 bedroom or 2 bedroom apartments in one project. But that was pretty much. And honestly speaking, those people, even they don't care about it, because I'm talking about, if they have 10 properties, they are talking about selling one at distress, which is like 20-30% lower than market rate. And it is still fine when you're making around 20 or 30% profit into your entire real estate transaction, or 10 or 15 for one apartment out of 10 or 20, it doesn't matter.
Got it. Got it. Now, again, on a very high level, if I have to know, uh, I've never visited Dubai, surprisingly. I've only been to the airport. If you have to describe me, consider me as your client, consider me as your customer, or anybody who might be a potential buyer. How would you describe to me Dubai as in 2026 right now?
Uh, Sir, be it any year, I would say Dubai is, home away from home.
Okay.
Your
Very
roots
nice.
are back in India.
Hmm.
Okay, you and we know that India is number one in terms of population ratio, and that has been spread across the world. Now, anything happens back in any part of the world, Dubai takes the benefits of it.
Okay.
People who are faking, like, you are feeling insecure in today's market and other cities of the world, top cities of the world, Dubai comes into picture. Dubai is like home. And Dubai is not only home for NRIs, it is home for 200 nationals
I'm sure.
right now who are actively investing in Dubai's market.
Hmm.
And this has been a huge number. Like, I don't know that any city in the world or any country in the world has that much attraction into a real estate market, is what I'm coming from.
Got it. Got it. But, I'm sure Dubai, as you see today, is not the Dubai it used to be. Back home when I was in India, when we used to hear about Dubai, for us, it was more about it's a desert. It's like sand dunes and camels and all that stuff. I'm sure that's not the case anymore. But can you talk us a little bit about, what has transformed Dubai to what it is right now?
I would say Dubai in general, yeah, started with desert, but His Highness has a vision for it, and last 20 years, I would say, Dubai has transformed into a city which is one of the best in the world. Talking about where people have come from, and people, still think this is a desert. Visit Dubai at least 6 months timeline. Like every 6 months, you can visit Dubai.
Hmm.
You will see the transformation on its own.
Wow.
Like every 6 months, the city transforms.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting, and yeah, I mean, we all see visuals, we all see videos. Now there are so many videos on Netflix made about people in Dubai, the sheikhs of Dubai, and whatnot. But all of a sudden, I also see a lot of these, global investors, even here in US. People are thinking, of course, we'll get deeper into that a little later in the podcast, but there is a lot of interest in Dubai right now. What do you think is provoking or kind of instigating these people that they should start investing in Dubai?
I would say, sir, we don't need a pitch. Like in general, the easiest job in today's market in Dubai real estate, in Dubai in general, is Dubai real estate, because everyone is educated right now of Dubai, how Dubai will be in like next 5 or 10 years, due to the vision of the ruler itself and the prince, His Highness. both are into similar pitch or similar track of mind. Like whatever be the situation, Dubai will boom in general. Next 2 to 3 years, I am just worrying about this war. Like whenever it is over, firstly Dubai is not even a part of it.
Right.
Whatever target is happening is on the US infra which is there in Dubai,
Yeah.
and that's still fine. Our office, for just a situation, our office is like 5 minutes walk from Burj Khalifa. Okay, now Burj Khalifa being the downtown is the sweetest spot and the sweetest target that anyone can aim for.
Exactly.
We never ran off. Not a single day I was sitting at home and not working. You're working 24/7. A positive note to it, we have more influx of people. Or like, though Dubai is like crashing, Dubai is finishing, Dubai is finished, and on the other way around, there's no change in the price of a single dirham or a single dollar or even 50 fils.
Wow. Okay.
This is what Dubai comes
That's very interesting to know because yes, because of the wars and because of the uncertainty going all around the world, that kind of trickles into the real estate market very easily. But I've been hearing only good things about Dubai, and I guess it's also because the way it's being ruled, the rulers, uh, but do you still feel this boom that you're talking about is like a short-lived, a temporary one, or do you think this will continue? Like you mentioned, every 6 months it transforms. So do you see this like going on and on and on, or do you see a stop or a pause somewhere?
Why don't take one thing in picture, okay? For this, we are at 4 million population. We almost reach 4 million. The vision of His Highness is reaching 8 million population according to 2040 payment, like the plan. What I'm looking at is in next, if the ruler of the country, the ruler has a vision of doubling the population, he wants the inflow of the people.
True.
We are looking at new infras coming up, new cities inside the city coming up, and in general, Dubai in general is planned in such a way that it's a 20-minute city.
Wow.
Any part of Dubai you want to reach will be like driving at 20 or 25 minutes max,
Nice.
end to end. And this is the vision of the ruler who wants to expand the city and increase the population by 2x. And they are doing their 100%. And according to me, they are business people. And if 10 or 20% of those qualities are there in world leaders, the world will be a better place. I think so.
Definitely, I think a lot of leaders can learn a lot from them without going into the politics of it. You mentioned about this different cities within like Dubai, and so are there certain areas, certain pockets in Dubai which are like prime property or hot properties, or do you see across the board that each market has its something to give to a customer?
Varun, honestly speaking, like each area is coming up. Like if I'm looking at Dubai, like maritime city or Dubai Islands, that is picking up. If I'm talking about the center of Dubai, which is Dubai Hills Estate or JVC area, which is already been developed, people think it's oversupply. But even that, we have seen statistics. We have those statistics that even that areas are developing. Now, the part which was not developing, Dubai government comes up with a plan of building the world's largest airport in that area,
Nice.
which is like 20 minutes drive from Jabal Ali port, and that is, I guess, one of the largest port in the world. Like on top of it,
Yeah.
and they are creating a logistic corridor. If you see, whenever there is an airport and a sea base, which is in a proximity of 25 or 30 minutes, those areas have been seeing like reaching in figures, if I'm talking about next level, and that's there. Like if you have like a basic example of Nawashiba port in Vashi area, or Seawoods area, that has grown since last 10 years and it's expanding next level.
Got it. No, that's true. But are there any like particular properties? See, to me, someone who's sitting here in the U.S., if I'm thinking about Dubai, the first thing that comes to mind or to my visualization is only luxury. It's bling. It's a lot of flashiness. But as a real estate agent, I'm sure you have other people who would like to live in more like a residential area, not like a luxury. But then, of course, there are people who would love to have luxury. So, are there any pockets, anything that customers are actually looking for? Are they looking for private villas, luxury apartments, residential area? What are they looking at right now?
Varun, in general, the flow has been very organic in terms of the way real estate market. Now, whoever is looking for an ROI, aware of, I would say, Airbnb models, running their property for short-term rentals and all, they are usually looking for apartments. Okay, in prime areas like something with Burj Khalifa view or sea view towards Marina, or on the Palm. And there is a new island which is coming up, which is almost a Bay Area. It's called as Dubai Maritime City and Dubai Islands. These properties are looking for an Airbnb return, like whoever wants. But there's an equal and I guess more impact on the real estate folio of townhouses and villas, where the capital appreciation has no cap, where a property can appreciate from 1.5x anywhere to 2x as well. So people looking at flipping their properties on a very safe note, they look at investing in townhouses and villas because demand is high and not any small or private developer can do it. The only top 3 or 4 developers who can get into the real estate or building a community like a townhouse and villa.
Got it, got it. And of course, a lot of things might be at play. Like for Dubai, one thing that comes to my mind is tourism. A lot of tourism happens. Does that also translate into a lot of like buying by these tourists who come there just to visit and then they get inspired or
Yeah, Varun, like honestly, I would say like around 20 or 30% of our business is from tourism. And people come on vacation. We are at mall stands, we are at hotel events, and we are at maybe clubs also. At night, we meet some clients.
I'm sure.
Next day, we are at the sales center of the developer, and we end up closing like 2-3 million bare minimum.
Right.
And they don't just buy one, because most of the world is not even uh, aware of what Dubai properties or Dubai real estate can create.
Offer. Yeah.
Yeah, can offer. So that has been a huge clientele, and we have multiple examples for it.
Got it. Got it. No, I definitely can relate because I also hear a lot from people here in the U.S. I moved from Bay Area. I used to hear the chitter chatter around Dubai when I was in Bay Area. Now in Austin as well, I see people being interested. So if I have to ask you, right? I mean, you coming from Dubai, looking at this market, why do you think like Americans, or if I have to generally say maybe NRIs, or even if I forget the Indian part of it, right? Anybody who is outside of Dubai, why do you think are they getting more interested in buying properties in Dubai?
Varun, you need to understand, like, well, like if you know of, or everyone knows about it. Last 20 or 25 years of India's population, if you like, higher education was always prioritized, like in Canada, US, be it UK, maybe
Australia,
yeah,
maybe.
Australia.
Yeah.
These countries have grown in terms of educational infra, and the funds that comes along with the intels of people that are into these fields.
Yeah.
And when I'm talking about Dubai on the counterpart, all these cities have grown because in general, like, Indians have moved there. Indians, like skilled Indian laborers, or I would say staff of force, has been migrated heavily on these countries. A transformation that I'm observing right now as a real estate broker. I have clients, and if I'm getting out of like maybe 70,000 registered brokers, if I'm getting roughly around 10 or 20 leads a month of people are like, दुबई में एजुकेशन का क्या स्कोप है,
Yep, I'm sure.
दुबई में इसका क्या स्कोप है, मेरी बेटी है ग्रेजुएट हो रही है, हायर एजुकेशन दुबई भेजूंगी, वहाँ कोई safety is like the most priority for my kid, and Dubai comes into picture in that place. Now talking about educational sector wise, top 10 universities in the world have already started procuring land parcels in an area called as Academic City in Dubai.
Okay.
Which is like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 15 to 25 minutes max drive from Burj Khalifa downtown. Now, this entire academic city is coming up with top 10 universities of the world.
Okay.
Why do you think parents will send their kids at a 13-hour flight? Almost a 1 day time difference.
Yep.
They can talk to their kids maybe once a week due to their job or office or lectures.
Yep.
Dubai is like 1.5 hours time difference from India. Most of the cities, like 80%, 90% of the cities,
Right.
they feel connected.
Yep.
I would tell you my personal experience. My brother is here, working from almost like working education total 7 years from now. My parents right now are here. After 7 years, they have visited first time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
3 years or 4 years back, I moved to Dubai. My parents have already visited me 3 times.
Yep.
Visa issue, time difference, cost, everything comes into picture, right?
Yep.
So when you are close to your homeland, I have many clients here, okay, whose parents are back in India. Now this time becomes very difficult to manage your parents back in home country, homeland.
Right.
The time difference is huge. Like young people can stay connected weekly once, but you, where you are like 40 plus or 45 plus, even that timeline would be difficult because you have your own commitments here.
True.
You have to take kids to school, you have to take them for extracurricular classes, and all these things becomes difficult on you as a male of a family.
Yep.
Dubai gives you all these access.
Yeah. Let me go a little deeper into that. You mentioned very key points. Security. You mentioned about the proximity to India. The distance and travel and all that stuff. But while we talk about that, but the first question comes to anybody's mind is, I am, say, a person living in US or maybe in Canada. I somehow feel a little not sure about the whole buying process. Can you, as a broker from Dubai, break this and tell me how easy or difficult, or what are those different aspects of buying a property in Dubai, and whether it's easy or tough or it's somewhere in the middle?
Good example. So Varun, before meeting you right here, 1 hour before, you know that last week we were in Seattle, and the client came in for a roadshow, like a sales event that we were considering, and we were having 5 Indian developers and 1 Dubai. That was us. He came for looking at investing in Indian properties, Indian real estate market.
Okay.
He just gave me like a time slot of 20 minutes. Just before reaching here, 30 minutes, he paid a 2% amount on booking on a Shobha's property before I reached here.
Very nice. Congratulations.
You know how easy it was?
Uh-huh.
We selected a unit. We got a developer person in charge. He sent a payment link. We discussed on 2-3 options, 2-3 floors, similar unit. He wanted a Vastu unit, Obviously, Indian customers look at
Okay.
into getting that. He chose a Vastu unit. He gave me three options. One of that, also with Vastu, he had a numerological requirement where the total of the unit number has to be 9.
Okay.
We got the unit. We got his documents. In next 25 minutes, he got a payment link from the developer. In 6 minutes, he paid, and it's done. It's his unit. In next 12 hours, which is Dubai time morning, he'll get a booking form in his name, his passport, registered, all white transaction, paid through Apple Pay, I guess.
Wow. Okay. So basically, what you're trying to tell me is it's like a cakewalk. It's easy. It's simple.
It's as easy as you would do an Amazon shopping
Wow. Wow. Buying a house on Amazon. Definitely.
with Apple Pay.
With Apple Pay. Interesting. Very interesting. So you mentioned about this guy, and one thought that comes to everybody's mind is like, are there any restrictions around certain visas? What is your visa status in this country versus? Do they also look at who you are from what country and all that? Does that pose any kind of issue? Okay,
Like
it's a no.
restriction word is not, heard commonly into Dubai real estate.
Very nice.
If you have the money to pay for your property, if you have the passport of any country, be it anywhere in the world, you can buy a property in Dubai in like less than 20 minutes.
Wow. Okay, you bought the house now, right? Now, the next logical question is I'm going to put myself in the situation. So I'm the guy, I bought this house now. But right now, I have no plans to move. What do I do, or what can you help me with? Are you going to help me put that on the rental market? Are you going to get me tenants? Are you going to flip it for me? What are the services? What are you going to help us with?
Varun, that's the best part about Dubai real estate, I would say. You don't have to be for the transfer of the property.
Okay.
You don't have to be for registering your property.
Okay.
Dubai Land Department and RERA are in place, so none of your money is going to any private account. You're paying to the developer. You're paying to an escrow account of the developer, I would say.
Okay.
Managing your property, renting out your property, most of the developers have their own Airbnb models, have their own company who lease out your property. If not that, there are big agencies in place like ours, whatever is there. We can take care of your property, renting it out, selling it out during time of construction or post handover of your property. We can do that. It's all, you just have to tell me that, Shalak, I'm okay with the lower return, but I want a long-term gain. I'll put it for long-term rentals. If you tell me, Shalak, no, I'm willing to take the risk. I want a short-term rental. I'm okay. I want a 10 or 20, 12% returns. I'll put it for short-term rentals.
Got it.
It's very easy.
So when you say 10 to 12% or whatever, right? I mean, generally, if I have to compare it with, say, Austin or, say, San Francisco or London or any other country, how are the rates comparable?
Honestly speaking, I don't know the rates I obviously know the rates which are going on in the market, but in terms of Dubai, I would say a long-term rental for an apartment would be close to bare minimum of 7 to 8% after cutting all your expenses, HOA, service fee and all.
Okay.
When I'm talking about a short term, it'll be close to 10 to 12%. It can go higher also because I have clients who are sitting right now at 18 to 20% of ROI with their properties that they have bought. But yeah, safe way 10 or 12% is like the bare minimum that you can get.
That's I think we should end the podcast and I should look at some of the properties because this is something, guys, which is not very common here. And right now the market is going down, down, and down. You name any place, market corrections happening, a lot of stuff is happening. Now, with all that, of course, the bigger question that comes up is, what about the tax then? Talk about the taxation.
We are a zero tax country. We don't pay any tax on your rental.
Wow.
We don't pay zero tax. We pay zero tax on your capital appreciation.
Okay.
We are a zero tax country, I would say. So taxation, like we don't know the word taxation in general.
So there's
You
no
know,
annual tax. There's
you
nothing.
know, in the worldwide, like even if my brother is telling his salary to my parents, they will be like, in hand how much, okay? And when they asked me, I was like, in hand this much only that I'm making.
Wow, that is amazing. So definitely, I think Dubai is the place. With the kind of infrastructure, at least what I've seen, what I've heard, and now no taxation, of course. I think it's like heaven. It definitely is a heaven. Uh, but I'm sure there are some kind of costs associated. Are there any costs? And if there are, what are those costs? Like when you're buying a house, for example, a property.
When you're buying a house, Varun, there's only a 4% DLD charge.
Okay.
Apart from that, there's a small charge of maybe 1,000 or $1,500 about the admin fees. This 4% and 1,000 or $1,500. Apart from that, there are no charges on registering your property.
Okay. Wow.
That's it.
Okay. But I'm sure as a buyer, people would be asking you questions around, they'll be scared to invest. They'll be like, is my investment or is my money protected? Are there any guardrails? Are there any kind of security around those?
So, Varun, in general, you have to understand. Firstly, I would address one by one. First is about corrections in the market. Okay, uh, be it any uncertainty in the market, property takes a hit along with gold and stocks. But these factors are there for, according to me, I may be wrong, but are for properties which are heavily mortgaged. Okay, like most of the countries in the world offer a 5% down payment and 95% mortgage, or a 20% down payment and
Yeah.
80% mortgage. Dubai, according to me, is a cash driven economy.
Okay.
Out of the 100 transactions that are done in Dubai's real estate, I guess around 5 or 6 or 10 max percent will be the people who will be taking bank leverage to buy the property. It's a cash driven economy.
Wow. Nice.
So, be it the war situation or be it COVID times, there are 10-20% buffers for ultra luxury properties. But what you're looking at around close to $1 or $2 million properties, these properties don't affect much.
Got it.
And when I'm talking about corrections, I'm talking about a corrections where like in this war situation, there were properties, there were websites also displaying those. Those were in downtown and marina areas, okay, waterfront. Now, just for an example, a 1 million property was selling at $5 million. Okay, it was 5x already from the buying price.
Right.
The owner had already seen the appreciation plus the rental of 5 years of 10% maybe,
Got it.
and they are selling at 4.8 or 4.5. It's
That's
maybe a correction, but it's not a downfall of Dubai market.
exactly. That makes sense. Yeah. Right. And used the word a lot of times during our conversation as well about the developer, right? I mean, can you tell anybody who is here who has no clue about what these developer companies or these developer do? Can you tell us a little bit more about those
So
developers?
Varun, unlike most of the countries, okay, like US, you won't be hearing the name of the developer into real estate market. Dubai is brand driven. Okay. When I'm talking about the top 5 developers in today's real estate market in Dubai, I'm talking about big companies. They are big and they're huge. And they have expanse in not just Dubai, but they have presence in all the parts of the world or the major cities of the world. Now, why this and sticking to the top 5 makes complete sense because they have the cash backup.
Got it.
You also have to understand on that part that any project which is launched in Dubai, uh, the land has to be on the developer's name. Okay, he has to buy the land with full money
Okay.
given, not bank leveraged. start of the project, before starting or launching the project, 20% of the project cost goes into the escrow account from the developer
Okay.
to the Dubai Land Department.
Okay.
So whatever 20% plus the 4% registration that you pay into a developer's corporate account because he has already paid for the
Land.
land
Okay.
and the escrow.
Mm-hmm.
Remaining payments you do to the escrow account. So your deal is secured because Dubai Land Department and RERA is into place. Also, one more thing: no developer can delay a project by over a span of 12 months.
Okay.
Whatever handover timeline they mention, it has to be completed in those timelines. Max 12 months buffer due to any third party delays and all.
Got it.
But the competition in today's market in Dubai is so much that no developer can afford it because they don't want to play with their names or their brands. So that's why we are having, in spite of the war situation, we are having a steady delivery of projects. No project is delayed. In spite, I would say, like 6 hours or 8 hours before this shooting, uh, we had one of the biggest developer in Dubai's real estate market is MR. It's a semi-government company. They have launched a project which is close to 50 billion dollars.
Wow.
They have
That's with a
launched
B.
one
B as in
community.
billion, right?
Billion.
Wow. Okay.
50 billion worth of a community is launched just 10 hours before this podcast or 8 hours before this podcast.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. And it's kind of building a lot of confidence in me as well. And I'm sure people who are gonna watch and listen to this podcast, they will also get that. But I'm sure with such kinds of transactions, I'm sure you have some kind of a checklist or some guidelines. So if I am a first time investor, what would you tell me? What should I be careful about? What should be some of the points that I should keep in mind?
I would say stick to a top brand, okay, into the market. Look for good agency who can serve you because you are sitting at a 10-hour flight from Dubai. You won't have time to check on your property, rent out your property, sell your property. Stick to a good agency which is there in the market, renowned name, or who has good staff in place and to handle with them. Invest on a brand first, then look at products. In those products, also do a small research or with the help of your broker, understand the scenario of in that location, which is the maximum type or typology of inventory which is in demand. For example, in JVC area, there's an area in Dubai, a studio and one bedroom are highest in demand. But if I'm going at Dubai South or anywhere like 20 or 15 minutes drive from the city or main attractions, people demand the space. So that has to be your detailed research before buying anything in real estate market in Dubai.
Got it. You mentioned, look at the brand first, right? I'm sure there are people who don't take those kind of precautions, right? Have you seen some of these investors? They could be first time or these could be like regular investors, but making any kind of mistakes and any learnings from those mistakes that somebody else who's listening to this podcast can ensure that any mistake that some people have already made, they don't make those mistakes.
See, I would say in terms of mistakes, in terms of real estate in Dubai, if you get it, it's pretty rare.
Okay.
When I'm talking about mistakes, maybe your normal property will be appreciated 30x with top developers. With a mistake like the property where you have just bought it without anything, it will take some time. It's not a loss. Less, it will take some time to appreciate. It will take some time to, gain its fruits from the amount that you have invested in.
Got it.
Loss is not there.
Got it. All right. So let's move into this section where I would love for you to tell everyone what's this event in Austin. Tell us more about that. Tell us why should someone come and visit this event.
See, the best part about this is why we are here is in spite of this war situation or whatever it is, Dubai is 0% involved in the war. Uh, but with this, to manage the cash flow of the developer, or I would say to keep the rhythm, okay, developers have, somehow tweaked the payment plans of the projects that they were launching. So initially, most of the developers, top tier A developers, were sitting at around 80-20 payment plan, 80% during construction, 20% on handover. Few developers at 60% during constructions, 40 on handover. Now we have a tweak of payment plan where a 40% during construction and 60% will work. When I'm talking this, a US citizen or anywhere, and expat basically, who is not residing in UAE, can take a max finance of 60%
Okay.
once the property is ready, because we don't do under construction bank finance.
Okay.
Like we like very few are there, but we don't do under construction bank finance. That's why Dubai market is still stable. So once the property is ready, on a general scenario, you can take 40 or only 20% of the property as a leverage from bank. In this scenario, you can take a 60%. So you invest 40, you get 60. And I'm telling you, once you buy it, the 40% that you are invested in, you get a 8 or 7 to 8% returns on the 40% after your 60% of the bank finances and EMIs of the bank goes through. So this is how stable and reliable Dubai market is.
Very, very encouraging to hear. Very, sound advice, I would say, for anybody who's looking to invest. I think I definitely see a lot of value add. I definitely see a lot of maybe reasoning behind why should you go and attend this particular event that's happening on 13th and 14th. But maybe on behalf of those people, I would also ask, would they have access to any of these developers or experts, or
Sure. So
what's going to
we
happen?
have a developer in place. We have developer salesperson who will be traveling uh, to Austin. Like in like next 1 hour, they'll be reaching here.
Okay.
So we have direct connect with them. You can just sit with them, sit with us, understand what a wealth creation will be. Okay, in terms of just investment, and like people invest in stock markets, golds, but I'm talking about a wealth creation where the way real estate market right now is a perfect match to it.
Yeah. No, I've heard, I think one of your ads or somewhere I had read, actually, no, it was a video ad that you guys have where it says wealth generation is pretty much after like you buy 3 houses in Dubai, it is wealth generation. First one definitely is more about yourself. Second one is investment. Third is wealth generation. But from what we've talked about today, I think it looks like even the first one is wealth generation. It's planning for the future. It's planning for the kids. But just to know, if somebody has maybe a limited budget, for example, if they visit this trade fair or whatever you want to call it, right? I mean, this event uh, on a very tight budget, would you be able to help him or her?
Varun, in general, Dubai real estate starts at around 200K US dollars.
Okay.
I'm just asking 90 or 100K of it in a span of 2 to 3 years.
Wow. Okay.
It's not a big figure
Yep.
for anyone, because I know the market here,
Yep.
and people invest close to 400 to 500K easily in a span. Every year they invest so much into real estate. And I'm talking about a small. I'm not discouraging you to not buy real estate in the world. I would say if you have properties, multiple properties, or at least 1 or 2 properties back in your home country, just give Dubai one try.
Interesting. Definitely, you should. And maybe, if you want to list down some of the takeaways from this event and list them out for all the listeners here, what would be some of the key takeaways that anybody who comes in will get those once they leave the place? What would be some of the learnings about Dubai, about Dubai's real estate, or why they should invest?
Dubai in general, like if I take around 4 or 5 points that he'll take away. One would be safety. Second will be the highest ROI. Third is the zero tax or no tax or low tax, I would say. Fourth would be uh, capital appreciation, and fifth would be lifestyle.
In any order you choose. So I definitely see a lot of people choose the lifestyle first, investment second. But yes, these I think, let me also ask you something. As someone who has not been there, right? I've seen these reels and memes and all about security. Every single person I talk to, who's either been in Dubai, who's staying in Dubai, talk about this security. I saw one reel where somebody is leaving their Rolex and their car key on top of their trunk with a bag as well, an expensive one, um, and they leave it for the whole day, and they come back in the evening, and the key, the bag, everything was still there. Is that really just a reel, a meme, or is that how Dubai is?
Varun, I guess that is how Dubai is, firstly. A strange fact. First time when a Dubai resident travels worldwide. Uh, I have traveled multiple countries in last maybe 2 to 3 months. First question at the reception before asking your room number and the view of the room, सर बाहर जाओ तो रात को सेफ है क्या?
Yeah.
That is our first question whenever we are traveling outside.
Right.
Be it in Dubai, my wife drives 150 kilometers every day from my house.
Wow.
I drive 35-40 kilometers, maybe a 25 minutes drive from my house. Almost we'll complete 2 years now from buying a house. I don't know where to duplicate the house keys.
Okay.
Our cook comes into at around 4 o'clock. He prepares our lunch for next day and dinner for the same day, packs our tiffin and goes. As an Indian, you buy this gold coins. Every month, that gold coin is placed in my mandir, which is then there in my kitchen. Not my house help or not anyone who comes into my house will even dare to touch it. I have AC maintenance going on. My housekeeping. Every weekend we call for a housekeeping. They come, they clean, they go. No one will ever dare to touch that thing.
Wow.
This is how safe Dubai is, according to me.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah. Here, I think it's not only here. I mean, you look at any other part of the country, right, or part of the world. I don't think that could even remotely be possible. I think that's so. People sharing all these reels and all. I think that's what you're saying is actually
One more
true.
thing, Varun, as an architect point of view, okay, when we design houses, okay, we keep normal door lock visible to the owners, and then we have a hidden door lock in the same main door that is there in the apartment,
Okay.
which is hidden and only the owner can figure out because it's like hidden or it's covered or something like that. Same thing with when we design wardrobes into a Indian household. Okay, we keep one storage or one locker which is hidden from the normal locker, I would say, or drawer.
Okay.
Now it's not about illegal money or like people like to be safe.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
yeah. And imagine the counterpart that 30 seconds back, that the story that I told you, a gold lying in front of a mandir inside a house where anyone can walk inside my house actually. I shouldn't say this, but yeah, anyone can literally just push the door, lock, and enter my house whenever you are there.
All right, I think I'm going to cut that too because we don't want anybody to do that. But I'll tell you, even if you do that, right? Uh, I think what I've heard, and I'm sure he can confirm as well. But of course, there is a lot of security. There is obviously a lot of safety kept in mind. You already mentioned that parents feel more safe sending their kids to Dubai than any other part of the world. I mean, I've heard stories about Paris, London, and some of these touristy spots, how unsafe they feel, how dangerous it could get. We see all those videos, but Dubai, yes. So next time you are in Dubai, go to any house. Don't try to push the door. It actually might open, but at the same time, that speaks volume about the safety. All right, we are at the almost the end part of the podcast. I really want to make it a little bit more fun as well. So what I did, and this is something which I have not shared. Of course, the other part also was not shared, but this part definitely he has no clue. I'm gonna throw some rapid fire questions on you, whatever comes to your mind, and you don't have to have any filter on this segment. Just throw out what you think about that. Best area in Dubai for first time investors.
I guess Dubai South as of now.
Best area for luxury buyers.
Palm Jumeirah, Palm Jaballi.
Best area for rental income.
JVC is still doing great.
Okay. Uh, Bigger real estate trends in Dubai for the next 5 years. Any prediction?
I guess branded apartments are coming up big, and Sea properties have next level demand. Along with that will be premium villas.
Got it. All right. This one could be tricky, but one myth about Dubai you wish would disappear.
Desert.
One reason every investor should consider Dubai.
Home away from home.
I like that actually. If someone waits 5 years before investing, what might they lose?
Money.
Perfect. All right. Uh, I think this has been a great kind of podcast, personally as well, because to be honest, I've had my own myths, I've had my own doubts, I've had my questions around the buy market. Of course, I'm going to be there at the event on Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to hear more about Dubai. But I think through this podcast, I was also able to get that confidence. And I'm sure people who are listening, who are going to watch, they will also get that confidence. Uh, because Dubai, of course, home away from home, like he said, definitely gives you a lot of opportunities, especially for people in India. It's like what, 3 hours flight, maybe depending on from where you are. From Delhi, I think 3.5, 4 hours. It's not very far. It definitely is one of the most premium locations around the world. Uh, Safety, we've all talked about this in the podcast as well. I cannot even think of that secure in any part of the world. So that kind of also built a lot of confidence. But this particular event that's going to happen on 13th and 14th, I think this will give you an opportunity to get more details, to get more confidence. Uh, Even if you're not interested in buying or investing right now, still, I personally would encourage, and I'll definitely, let him kind of confirm or add more details. But I personally would say you should just go there, spend about 45, 50 minutes, maybe an hour, listen to what they have to tell you, listen and assimilate that information. So, one of the questions that I very specifically put was a selfish question for me, that if I wait for 5 years, what am I going to lose? And he very clearly answered, and without even a blink of an eye, you're going to lose money. I take that as a personal kind of thing, that now I also have to think about investing. I also have to think about working with these guys. So, now, just to kind of summarize the whole thing, if you have to say whatever, couple of lines about Dubai, about this event, about why and the benefits of living in Dubai or investing in Dubai, if you can summarize all of that for everyone.
Varun, one of the most important thing that we missed right now was the golden visa. Okay, in our talks. 550K USD approximately. You pay 24% of it. In next, as soon as you pay 24%, next 30 days, you will receive your Okud. Like it's an initial title deed. 7 days, you come to Dubai anytime. Your golden visa is in place. You can sponsor your family, your parents, your kids, everyone, and you have a 10 years visa free access to Dubai. You can stay there, explore job opportunities. If you have kids or young, maybe getting into college or out of the college right now, you have 10x more possibility of getting into jobs in Dubai because company won't have to pay any visa cost,
Yep.
and you have a higher possibility of probability, I would say, of getting into a better lifestyle. You retire, if you're not working 10 years, just buy one property of 2 million worth. You already have cash flow. Buy two, three properties. Remaining ones will pay for your lifestyle. One property you can stay in. And it's unlimited type. Just keep on renewing it unless and until you hold a 2 million worth of property in Dubai.
Oh, that's as simple as that. Interesting. With the properties, the prices, especially in Bay Area and some of the other parts of US, I think that's something which is definitely doable. So again, do you want to tell the last message around where this event is, when this event is, what can they expect? This on Saturday and Sunday, right?
Yeah, so we have it on Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
Location will be marked in the post, and that
Hotel
will
Indigo
include
downtown.
Yeah, and we are there from 7 to 10 to 7.
Okay.
And anyone who has a bit of a budget and who just wants to try a real estate portfolio and expand it in other countries, just give us 30 minutes and you will be going home with a booking form.
All right. I'm definitely looking forward to this session. I'm really looking forward. Like I said, I'm going to be there personally myself. This podcast was not just about this particular event. This podcast was about why someone should invest or even start thinking about investing in Dubai. What is about Dubai that can attract you? What does it bring for your future? The wealth generation that we talked about, all that and more, you can get in a snapshot. You don't have to travel to a different city. Actually, you don't even have to travel to Dubai to get to know more about Dubai because the whole team is here. They're going to talk to you. They're going to give all their time, their attention to your questions. You come with any kind of questions, and then, like he said, you're going to go away with maybe a booking form. So, with that, I'm going to end this podcast. Thank you for joining again. Like I say, this is Varun, and this is the Varun Kapur Show. I will be back again very soon with another interesting topic. But if you're looking at investing right now and you're exploring opportunities, Dubai is your place. Dubai is an opportunity that is knocking on your door. Don't miss it. Even if you're not in Austin, even if you're listening to this or watching this from any other part of the world, I will have all the details in my podcast. I will also have social media handles, all of those available. But if I have to summarize, go visit nestwoodrealty.com and you'll find all the details to get hooked to Dubai. Thank you so much for joining the podcast. This is Varun Kapur, your host. I'll see you at the next podcast. Thank you and have a good day. Bye bye.